The MROC website houses a wealth of information and resources, and due to your role as a CDA, you have access to everything housed on the website. I'll provide a brief overview of the website, but I encourage you to take the time to familiarize yourself with it. First, we'll look at the home screen. The home screen is viewable to anyone who accesses MROC.org. On the screen, you will see a link to our Twitter feed, a list of our upcoming quality working group meetings, and a link to our full member participant list. Next, let's look at the About section. On the About section, you will see a brief bio of who MROC is and a picture from one of our past collaborative wide meetings. Underneath the MROC Coordinating Center Team tab, you will see pictures of each of the coordinating member team staff. And if you click our name, you will see a brief bio about us. Underneath MROC sites, you will see a map of the MROC locations along with their names. The MROC Executive Committees tab shows pictures of the MROC Executive Committee members. And the MROC FAQ section provides a wealth of information about MROC, including information about our policies and our incentive programs. So I encourage you to take a look at each one of these sections. Underneath the Members Resources tab, you will see links to our databases. We ask that you save the MROC Resources section as your favorite and not the individual links to the database. This will just ensure that you can access them correctly each time. Anything listed underneath the Members Resource tab will require you to sign in using your Breast and Lung database password. Once in, you're able to download PDFs of anything that's listed as a hyperlink. If you have questions, you will send them to support@mroc.org. This enters our ticketing system, and we try to respond to questions or concerns within 24 hours of receiving them. On the left-hand side, you will see several sections under here. First, there's a CDA section that we'll go over in a minute, information for our physics team members, MROC guidelines, directions on how to use site reports, database access instructions, request form to use MROC data, a printable MROC brochure, information from our past consortium meetings, and other resources. So next, let's look at the CDA section. On the main CDA section page, we always have highlights of our upcoming meetings and a link to our office hours. Office hours is a time set aside for CDAs to meet with me to ask me anything. These sessions are set for 30 minutes, and dates are always posted at the beginning of each month. The clinical data forms are the data forms for each project. So let's look at the BOMET section so you can see how this is structured. There are the CDA forms, cover letters, the data dictionaries, patient forms, and provider forms. If you select any one of these links, a PDF will appear for you to download. Underneath the CDA resources section, you will see a link to our project tip sheets, data collection time point documents, database resource guides, how to send patient emails, and patient eligibility criteria. The CDA team meeting section houses PowerPoints from past team meetings and notes. The patient follow-up appointment calculator was designed to help you determine when a patient should return for their follow-up visits. So if you enter the patient's MROC ID, select which project they're from, and then enter the patient's treatment end date, below will show you when the patient should be scheduled for their return visits. Next, let's look at the quality working group section. This section just provides a brief highlight about each project. So it shows you when working groups meet each month. And if we select one of the working groups, so let's look at the breast project. It will show you the breast working group leads and our main objectives for the year. Underneath the publications tab, you will see all of the hard work MROC has put in over the last 10 plus years. So you can see links to manuscripts, abstracts, and the society's information was submitted to. You also have a link to past MROC newsletters. And underneath the tools section, you have a link to the lung pneumonitis app that the lung working group put together. So as you can see, there's a wealth of information on the MROC website, And again, I encourage you to take the time to familiarize yourself with it. Thank you.